Tweet, dang it. Tweet. Alright, so we are back with Against the Impossible Storm, where I face a storm that is turning out to be less impossible to overcome than advertised. At some point we may have to go up some difficulties to the Prestige Edition, but not yet, not at this point. Now, as you'll recall, we are currently losing on points in the Queen's favor to the Vanguard of the Stolen Keys. Not sure what the AI thinks it's doing, but they're pulling ahead of us. Meanwhile, First Dawn Company is out of the running. They do not matter. Now, where we ended it, we were going to go after this for both machinery and artifacts. We would love food stockpiles, and it might make sense to just get food stockpiles, but you know what? No. We're going to go for the special resources, and we are going to push out this way, hoping that before the cycle ends, we can get to at least a couple of these question marks. So let's go over here. Let's call this Farshard. Why not? And me, I'm a pretty bird. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate the interaction. Welcome. If you haven't seen Against the Storm before, it is a roguelite settlement survival game where you have to finish a settlement before the Queen kicks you out. Let's see. We have either 8 harpies and 2 random villagers, or 4 humans, 5 lizards, and 2 random villagers. Now, having more villagers at the start is always great, so we're going to go ahead and take the extra villagers. I'm not even looking at everything else they have, though I probably should. We got coal, wood. They start with amber. I'm not a huge fan of that. We got copper, we have parts. They have jerky. They've got a more advanced food type. They have slightly more food. Okay. Well, regardless, I don't see any reason to change up my usual build order. We'll grab the stone. Now we've got 2 points left, and I'm thinking with how much trouble we had getting bricks last time, clay actually makes sense. And we embark. Let's see how we got. Okay. So, bonus berry production. That, well, okay, it's not useless, but so the Berry New Year can't help with the plantation because plantations can only grow berries during, like, they plant them in drizzle and then they harvest them during clearance. Well, Berry New Year only happens during drizzle, so this is literally only good for picking berries. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, it's just not going to help much. I have to get a specific building that I might not get, and then we have to find patches that I might not find. Really, we're basically not playing with the bonus this game. Creeping Shadows. I mean, I was saying that it's too easy, so I guess that's fair. Creeping Shadows. Don't open glades during storm, or people get really unhappy. Once again, getting reputation doesn't lower impatience during the storm. Not usually a problem. We have a 10% chance. Well, we're just going to assume that they're going to eat twice as much during break, and we're going to lose about 20% of our production. So there's no death on the table. This isn't a bad place to live as far as impossible locations go. Now, I cannot forbid any food consumption, and I cannot favor species, so no resolve ping pong. Wood cutting's way easier. Nice. And fuel burns longer. Great. Okay. We can deal with that. Got some reeds on the map. We've got... Wow. Okay. Lots of regular glades. So I've really enjoyed squaring up my territory the last several times I've played. So let's go ahead and start by making our nice square. I think that looks good. That looks good. Down to about there, I think. Yep, that looks right. Take that corner. And it looks like we need one more. You know what? I'm going to say that that's not a mistake. We're just going to run to the East Coast. Which means no dangerous glades for a while. There's a lot of basic glades between us and this coast. We went a little bit out of line there. Oh, I love this. Oh, that is so good. Do you see how this natural line, just going in a straight line, automatically squares off this whole side? Like, this one will pop out a little bit, but this whole glade and this whole glade automatically end on that same spot. Ooh, that's going to be so nice. Okay, so, oh, right, I didn't actually tell them to build anything. That could help. Come on, Canary. Okay, there we go. And we have our stone, so we'll get our stone. And, of course, as always, get some time. And go to ×2 speed. Alright, we put a beaver in because you always put a beaver in. We'll get some lizards. Oh, I forgot to turn off coal. Got it in time. Whew, that was close. Okay. We will go ahead and build our scavengers camp. Go ahead and build our stonecutters camp. Get our first cornerstone. Oh, cannibalism. Okay. Who wants to see cannibalism? I'll give it a minute in case anyone wants to respond. I mean, it's not like there's an animation for cannibalism. The game's not that dark. But it just means anytime a villager dies or leaves that we gain meat. Which means that if something happens that causes a lot of people to leave, I can drown my civilization in meat. Otherwise, we already saw the benefits of turning pie into excess jerky. So I'd be inclined to take the free pigment, which is used to make scrolls, which is used to make beavers happy via education. So that's what all of these do. And again, I'm just going to let my chat pick if they tell me in the next, I don't know, minute or so. Now, one thing I'm curious about, the Queen's Envoy, right? No one can, is this person. This isn't a human. I don't think they're a lizard or a beaver. They could be a harpy, but harpies generally have lighter skin. Alright, so I guess we're just going to go with dye extractor here. Chad is deferring the decision to me. That's fine. Fair enough. And in just a moment, there's our orders. Yeah, it does look like a crow, but there's no species that looks like crows, and that's... When they added the fourth species, I was kind of hoping it would be whatever species the envoy is. Trapper's Camp. Trapper's Camp requires us to get the Trapper's Camp, but then once we get it, we'd have to get meat. And we can't stop anyone from eating the meat. It wouldn't be too bad. The Amber Trade, though, this one's pretty easy to do, so we'll take that. Garden Life again, or Happy Lizards. Let's make lizards happy. Hunters again. Trapper's Camp and meat. Versus packs of crops. Which makes it easier to get more packs of crops. As opposed to the Trapper's Camp and meat making it easier to get more meat. That's just straight up more useful. I played some D&D in my time, chat. I'm not familiar with the Raven Queen, because I didn't really ever use published material. I always played in custom campaign settings, or made my own. So, sadly, I'm not familiar with the Raven Queen. I believe I've said in previous episodes, though, that my theory about the Queen of Smoldering City, I think she's a dragon. think that's why the city is smoldering. I don't think it's just that it's a volcano. I think that we are ruled by a dragon who can breathe away the storm. I mean, having the idea that the if the queen of the smoldering city is also like the Raven Queen from D&D and is a goddess of death, thank you for that information, then I don't know why she'd be mad at me whenever there's irregularities with my people, you know, dying for profit. Oh, hey, we forgot to tell these guys. Only clear marked trees. You know how I know? Because this gap is a moral failing on my part. Just utter failure right here. You see how it breaks the line. I could go and just stretch this, but then we're going to have a really thin line of trees here, which we kind of have anyway. It is unpretty. God who ascended from necromancy. I always liked that about the D&D settings, that the core rulebooks had gods that ascended. I started playing on 3rd edition, and there was... I don't remember his name, but there was some kind of, I want to say monk who had ascended and was one of the core deities now. You know, I got distracted by D&D with the chat, and I haven't picked my stuff, so we should probably do that. We need a trapper's camp if we can get it. Smithy's probably going to be a good idea. I'm going to go with a smithy. We'll get a lumber mill here. Love lumber mills. And you know what? How about a cellar? I don't often get a cellar, so this is just going to be a little bit of a different game than usual, because I'm taking buildings I don't often take. Moving around the sides. And you know, how much stone do I have left? I got 10. Let's extend that road. Remember, stone paths increase their movement speed by 20%, whereas regular paths only increase it by 5. So stone paths are definitely superior. Hey, we got some fertile fields right out the gate. Nothing I can do with it, but we have some. And that means that once I get a blueprint, we're going to be able to be making our own food. So food issues shouldn't really be a problem unless we find another destroyed Rainpunk foundry spawning a ton of blight rot cysts that consume all of our food for us. Alright, people are unhappy and I can't favor anybody. This means my only options to deal with the unhappiness is to either burn stuff or take out lumber workers. And you know how much I love taking lumber workers out. There we go. Let's go ahead and start getting down some basic infrastructure. Now we're going to tell this not to make any planks. The lumber mill takes 2 bricks and 2 fabric. We have enough reeds. We have enough clay. And then the smithy takes 2 more bricks. Now, of course, builders are going to immediately shift the bricks over, so leaving it on 2 bricks makes sense. Let's move this closer. And we've got beavers, obviously. Ooh, free barrels when we make planks. I love this. That is so good. Get 50 grain, and we can get a pile of humans. I mean, we kind of need a small farm for that, or we need to buy 50 grain. But I'd rather get 50 grain than have to make trade goods and packs of crops. So we'll do that. Jerky. Okay. Humans and lizards both eat jerky. That's solid. Artisan. I feel like the... Okay, so the artisan gives us coats, pigment, and barrels. We already have access to coats. We're going to be getting free barrels. We don't have access to pigment, which would be useful for making beavers happy with education. But honestly, I don't think that's great. Because what we'd have to do is we'd be getting this strictly to make pigment. Then we'd have to make pigment and get rid of it to make more pigment in the future. I'm going to take the meat treats. So we will take meat treats. I do have the fertile fields. Yes. I just don't have anything that can use the fertile fields because I have to have an actual building. Like I can make the farm field, but having it be worked farm field doesn't let me actually grow anything there until I have a building. So it's only kind of useful. And you know what? Where do I want the cellar? I think I want the cellar here. So we have 2 humans who don't really have jobs. Let's get 1 human making planks. You know what? Because this is a farm field, I should probably check. Because sometimes you'll have a little bit more farm underneath the tree line. And hey, you know what? It's been 1 game and I've already forgotten the tip. Leaving a little bit of space there so that they face. And that makes them produce just a hair faster. Alright, you're no longer producing bricks. Let's kick those guys out. Now, you know what? We do need... Let's go ahead and leave a guy in. Make a little bit more fabric, make a little more brick. And we're going to set both to 4. Because what we're going to do is we're going to make housing. We don't have to bother with shelters. We can just make the housing that we actually want. Stonecutter's camp has nothing nearby. Well, there's some roots up here. We are going to run out of food at this point because I don't have any good way of getting more. But hey, that's what all of these glades are for. Hello, Sahilda. Let's see what you have in your shop. You got food. That's nice. We need a trapper's camp. We need a trapper's camp. So I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get this trapper's camp. The forager's camp's not as important. Yeah. Early game, we just don't have enough. So whatever I have to do. So we'll sell all of that. We'll sell all of this. No. We'll sell all of that. We'll sell all of that. Because we can't use it yet, so we might as well sell it. I don't really want to sell food right now, because I'm a little worried about losing all of my food. Okay, if I sold all my wood, we'd be able to do it. So there's no way I can afford to do that. So we are going to get risky. Alright, we now have the ability to make trappers camps. And we sold enough goods to get that. Now we do need 7 more amber, and the thing is, I'm not going to worry about the 7 amber right now. I've got all game to worry about getting 7 amber. Um, anything I sell right now is going to put me in a worse spot, so we're just not selling anything at the moment. I've got the ability to make simple tools and coats. That's nice. Now on the experimental server where they let you try out changes before they make them go live, there's an update that has people return to their homes to rest instead of to the hearth, which makes placement of houses a lot more important, and I'm trying to get in the habit of generally placing them near structures where that species would work. It does, like I said, it doesn't matter yet, but it might in the future. So technically this would be where humans would work. Whatever. Not much I can do about people's happiness. I mean, there's something I can do. It's not great, but it's something. We lost the lizard woodcutter. But I think we'll only lose the one, and that should be fine. Okay, that works. This is just... Oh, this has amber on it. I was gonna say the extra person's just a straight upgrade, but it's not. Oh, grain delivery line. That's nice. Meat delivery line is also nice, but I think the grain delivery line is better. It basically automatically gives us a quest. Building materials for parts, clay, and movement speed is really good. Faster traders, builder's pack, crystallized dew. I think I'd sell 35. We're gonna get this anyway, and we have a spark dew collector already, but this I think has the better benefit. Let's take lost knowledge, and let's hope we can find some tablets. Stonecutter's camp. Okay. Okay, we have... This requires a forager's camp. That's stone, and that might be a mine. So let's go ahead and grab a stonecutter's camp. That is some copper ore. some copper ore implies that there may be more copper ore around. So we're just going to go ahead and make a nice little extension. No, that one's locked in now. Getting a farm building would be really nice. We need 2 more human housing, another beaver house, and another lizard house. Okay. We can make that happen. I want to put it here. But you know what? No need to do that. Let's just go ahead and just make a mixed housing neighborhood right here. We are low on food, as we knew we would be, with no real way to fix that. This guy might have food, but he's showing up in the storm, so I'm actually going to get the impatience. I'm going to wait a minute. I'm going to wait until we're about 2/3 of the way through clearance. And the reason I'm doing that is to try to maximize how much stuff I have, because we're going to have to buy food. I don't like buying food, but you know what? Hungry villagers don't work. So... Fun fact, I can make wine. I just can't do anything with that wine. This is why I prefer Dangerous Glades. They have a lot more resources in them. Okay, we're at the halfway point. Let's call him immediately. Now, immediately is a bit of a misnomer because it's in 35 seconds. So you can't do it when the timer's like here. But he will show up this year at least. Also, traders will not show up during storm. Hi, okay. Okay, so first off, we definitely need this. This is our access to food that we can grow. I mean, roots on their own are kind of inefficient, and herbs are lovely. Getting a bakery with it would be nice, but I can't focus on that right now. So we want 18. Sell, 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 sell. Are you kidding me? Sell. Are you kidding me? Huh. Okay. I really hate doing this. You know what? We're just gonna deal with hunger. This is not gonna be great, but yeah. But I mean, we kind of just have to. Well, there's more fertile fields, so farming is like once we get to next year, we're not gonna have food issues. we'll just be eating roots, which, I mean, basically we're living off potatoes at that point. But, I mean, that's alright. Cultures have lived off potatoes before. Hey, 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 hey. There are eggs back there. That's good. That's gonna help. You know, just getting up nice housing seems to have done the trick to keep people happy. I mean, we are out of food, which means they're going to be losing a lot of happiness very quickly. But it's something. Let's go ahead and deliver that as soon as they're done. All right. Bonus resolve for impatience points? Or parts every time we sell goods worth 25 amber. I'm going to go with the rebellious spirit. We'll go with serving ale, I think. And we just picked up a lot more mouths to feed for no good reason. We're actually going to swap you out with a lizard. That's not enough. Okay. We can't favor lizards. That's blocked on this map because we are near the Monastery of the Holy Flame, and they frown on that sort of thing. Okay. What if we put lizards in here? Not because I want them to do anything, but because they like being in there. They like working in hot environments. Oh, we have barrels. Do you like pickled goods? You do like pickled goods. And you know, let's not make wine. Let's just make pickled goods. Humans like working in there. You are making roots. You are just making roots. You are pickling those roots to turn them into excess food. That's great. Let's go ahead and make some roads. So this fits that field pretty much perfectly. And that, I don't love its location, but it can reach all the fields, so we're not going to worry about it right now. We are, however, going to go ahead and make a stone road along that side. Flip this around and put it like that, because we are going to make this road go all the way there. Having that long of a road, even with 20% move speed buff, isn't great, but it's fine. You know, it'll be okay. We've got another building to get. Kiln makes bricks. Herbalist camp lets us pick herbs. Scrolls, ale. Simple tools. We need leisure, so we need a source of ale. This is a really inefficient source of ale, but it is a source of ale, and that might have to be enough. There are berries. There are berries. Getting an herbalist camp. I mean, not that I have parts, so I can't really make an herbalist camp. Scavenger's camp has no deposits nearby. Scavenger's camp takes 3. Herbalist camp takes 3. And you get your parts back when you destroy an object, so... There we go. Okay, so we need more housing. But for housing, we need more bricks. Now I think pickled goods might want to be referred to as canned goods, because I noticed that you can pickle berries, and I don't know if anyone actually pickles berries. Okay, chat says I can scavenge near the copper. So are we talking about this? Because this is a swampweed field, which requires a forager's camp. You can get eggs with a scavenger's camp or a trapper's camp, but the trapper's camp has a chance of double yields if I use lizards in there, which is why I deleted the scavenger's camp. I actually can't scavenge this. But it's a great question, because it confused me too, and I think in the beta test that they did last year, scavenger's camp worked a little differently. Yeah. Keeping track of what all the camps can get and cannot get does get a little frustrating at times. So we just turn off the limits. Okay, looks like that's the edge of that. So if I then put a human house here. Now let's demonstrate why I don't like... That's not a fence. I don't have the bent fence yet. Okay, we found our first dangerous glade. That's quite a bit better as far as food goes. Okay, so we're going to want one road going that way. We're going to split off a road going over here. Just because I think it looks nice, not because I need to. And then... No, I need that. That should be fine. Okay, so what do we need to work in here? Oh, that's not good. It destroys all packs of goods, ambers, and ancient tablet. Well, good news. This cannot hurt me. It just straight up cannot hurt me. So I've got all the time in the world to do it. Fantastic. Herbalist camp and Trapper's camp for that. Tools. Okay, so we're fine. I mean, we do need housing. And we don't have anything to make bricks out of. So let's go ahead and make a beaver house. There. And then, I don't love them, but we're going to make some shelters. I wanted to wait to remove those guys until they made the delivery. Okay. That should be good. Trapper's camp has nothing nearby. That's alright. We can just move you back here. I have exactly 1 parts left. Unfortunately, I don't have anything with which... anything I can use for bricks, so... Sure I do. I'm sorry, you no longer get a house. We need the bricks. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. So pickling's the same thing. Ooh, paved roads. Hey, I think we get this one outright. No, we're 5 short. Are you kidding me? Let's go ahead and... Gives us more stone. Meat delivery line. Free amber when people leave or die. Meat delivery line. Get us more food. And Sahilda's back. Hi, Sahilda. Maybe we can finally get, what was it, 7 amber? Now that I've got sources of food. Because none of that is... I mean, this is nice. But nothing else here is particularly great. So let's go ahead and get our 7 amber. Sell that. Sell this. I don't really have anything that lets me do anything with grain yet. And I'm pretty happy with our food situation now. So I'm going to buy as many bricks as she'll sell me. I'm happy with my food situation as long as I don't have to sell any food. There we go. So now we have some bricks, and we can put this house back. I'll put a second house there. Okay, now that lets us turn this in. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We'll delete that. We will make a little fire there. Alright, so that gets us Lizard Resolve. Fantastic. Gets us hunters. Now we've got stone roads. That's a whole lot of quests real fast. Now we've got amber. Now we want to deal with this. I really should have waited to turn those in. Oh, that was dumb. Okay. Wait, what do we need? 24 fabric, 20 incense, or tools. And we've got the tools. That's great. Okay. So, what can I do with my 20 amber? Sure. Let's take fuel burns longer and I don't know, how many bricks can I buy? Cool. So now the negative effect won't hit us. There's no problem from working it. So let's go ahead and just send... Wait. Yeah, let's just... Ooh. Ooh. We can get both of those. You don't happen to have any incense on you, do you? You don't. You have cloth. How much cloth do we need? 24. So we need 18 more. Maybe instead of bricks I should be buying cloth. If I bought 18 cloth... Yeah, check this out. Okay, so I buy 18 cloth, right? In 2 minutes, this is going to destroy all packs of goods, amber, and ancient tablets. None of which I have. But I have 28 tools. And 28 tools lets me open this pack and this pack. And you'll notice this pack has 10 parts, which is great. I don't really... Oh, I guess I have some parts now. But I ran out of parts earlier. And it gives me bricks. Fantastic. And then this one gives me 2 ancient tablets, and I need 3. So, this is going to give me a lot of resources. Let's put you on the woodcutter's camp. Let's put you in the woodcutter's camp, because we forgot to do that. Great. We've got that already stocked up. That's doing a thing. We want to rebuild our scavenger camp to make sure we have one in case we need it. This should be 2 beavers so that we get the chance of double goods. These guys aren't doing anything in here. We can take them out. Those guys are perfect as they are. We'll put a beaver in here because he'll like it. Humans are working that. So I think we're at full employment. Or we've got every job that's currently useful to be done is being done. We're going to go ahead and send 2 humans here to get this. And let's see. If we get crystallized dew, we can use that to make tools, which will be useful in the future. We can use copper bars to make tools. We can get 20 pottery every time we discover a glade, but we don't really need pottery. We're getting free barrels. Let's take the amber and the reputation. And we've got 4 buildings that we can get. Currently we can make wine, and we can make jerky. We can make coats and tools. Alright, let's grab a brewery. Brewery will let us make ale, and we're getting free grain, so we can do that right away. And you know what? I want to be able to see my missions. Okay. Kiln looks really good out of this mix. monastery. And you know what? Let's grab a market. Okay. So many things to build now. Not necessarily things I can build yet, but definitely things that I will be able to. Food's going up. Now we are actually gonna... How big is the kiln? Oh, it's only a 2 size. Okay, let's drop a kiln right here. I mean, kiln does require bricks, which means the only thing we ever make in here is going to be fabric. And then we need a spot for a brewery. Now, normally I would put the brewery here, but I put housing there, and I don't really want to destroy more housing. Next best spot is going to be up in this little ancillary zone. Do I need more housing? I do need more housing. I'd love to get specialty housing, but I don't have the stuff. So let's just get another shelter, and let's go ahead and do that. It looks like nonsense, and I like it. How are we looking on stone? We have 12. Is that ridiculous? Yes. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I don't need to do it in stone. No, I'm not doing all that in stone. Yeah. Sometimes I do stuff in here just for aesthetics, not because it's actually useful. And I like the idea of having a little alleyway. So we have a little alleyway. That's just how I play. You're working on that. No more chance of losing anything, which means we can go ahead and get supplies from both of these. So we're making wine and pickled goods now, and we can actually start making some jerky. That's really good. Now that we've got a meat delivery line. We are going to now queue up a makeshift hearth. Okay, that'll help. It won't be everything, but it'll help. 2 of these back in here because it makes them happy. They're literally not doing anything. They just like being in there because it's warm. We could do a happy burn to try to keep people happy. Yeah. There we go. Monastery lowers the hostility of the forest. How many stars pickle good is that? It's a 1-star pickle good. Okay. Do not make packs of crops. You don't need it. Let's get more barrels. Yeah. And, I think I prefer that mix. If we find a way of getting incense, that would be lovely. Great thing is, lizards also like working in here. Let's go ahead and tell them that they can do that, and they can do that. They can't touch this. That way they're doing something. We'll put one of our loose humans in here. We've got so many humans. Okay, so I believe that's just about every job filled. I could have another person on Spark too, but I don't need to. We do want to make packs of building materials. Do we have anything that makes that more effectively? No, just the makeshift post. 2 more for jerky? Where? Oh, I see. You're talking about the quest. So, the order is that we have to have 12 villagers eating jerky for at least 120 seconds. And humans and lizards eat jerky. So we have 13, we have 19. So we can easily do it. We just have to have enough jerky made for them to consume it, and then keep it up there. So having this many people making it, plus this many people potentially making it, should mean that we're making jerky as soon as the meat comes in, just automatically. And we were doing packs of building materials. Just building materials. And we're not burning anything, are we? No, we are making coal. Once we have a good source of coal, we're going to stop burning regular wood because it's we're turning 10 wood into 5 coal. So every 2 wood is 1 coal, and it takes 4 wood to burn for as long as 1 coal. So it saves quite a bit of time just by taking the time to turn wood into coal like that. Let's go ahead and put 2 humans in here. Meanwhile, we can build another lizard house. And you know what? We can build another human house too, maybe. I love my little alleyway. It makes no sense, and it does... Well, I guess somebody uses it. Okay. This would be 2 more beavers every year. Which, I love beavers, but I really don't want to get that many people that I have to keep happy, even if it would let me do leisure faster. Faster movement on roads. That's highly useful. Advanced smelting could be nice. But I don't have anything to smelt with yet. And I'm not that concerned about it. I can tell you Spark do. And in exchange, I think you sell me stone or coal. I think stone. Just so I can continue making the stone roads. Yeah, that's a lot of jerky getting made. So I'm going to wait until I've got like 20 coal in the bank, so to speak, before I switch the main hearth over to burning coal. It's not just the main hearth, it'll actually change both. And you know what? I complained about it, but I think that +3 to berry production is actually helping a lot. We're getting so many berries over here. Religion and education. Currently we have access to religion and leisure, so education would require scrolls, which requires pigment. I think we want the ability to make flour so we can do baked goods at all. Yeah. Okay, now the reason I did that, I don't know if you saw, the rain mill can make building materials, and it'll do it better than the makeshift post. Okay, yeah. So this is more of that foraging wheat. Wow, I'm getting ads. Fantastic. Need to figure out if there's a way to block that sort of thing. Okay. So this would let us turn grain into flour, which would be great, except we're currently turning grain into ale. And frankly, we'd rather have the ale. The real reason we want this is because it lets us, instead of use 10, it lets us use 8 for our building materials. And humans have a chance of producing double, so we're doing that. Let's kick you out. Let's delete this. We don't need it. Okay. And you know what? Our food situation is looking so great. We're going to use some berries here to turn this camp into money. I don't really want people. Notice that now that we've got enough People. Yeah, I think it's Chad. As far as the promo code for viewers, you can basically pay bots to count as viewers on your channel to kind of trick the algorithm, which that feels like a scam. So I'm not doing it. Super scammy. Like I'd rather have actual people watch and comment than that. All right, so we have leisure going down. We're making our packs of building materials. We need to find one more ancient tablet, and then that'll do it for this. And we need dangerous glades for ancient tablets, so we're working toward them. Let's go ahead and actually... How much stone do I have? 27. Sounds great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not doing that one. Yeah, 1, 2. We're going to leave a little bit of space there, and then we are going to actually run this that way. I want you no longer doing that. How much do we have? Lots. Let's go ahead and make flour. We can make copper bars. Okay. Being super inefficient with my buildings. Nice. I just built a smithy again. I wanted the smelter. Okay. You are occasionally making bricks. Great. Let's go ahead and turn down another lizard house. And throw down another... I'm liking the blue roof theme. We'll go ahead and get that. Now we've got a nice little path of nothing over here. I think that's just going to be a whole lot of gardening areas. 5 roots per minute, or... Yeah, let's get 5 roots per minute. We're just getting so much food now. Let's go ahead and actually turn on herbs in both of these places. Really? Oh, you don't have... Huh. Okay, we forgot to switch this over to coal, but you don't have any wood to turn into planks. Oops. That should be fine. We could get a bunch of trade goods if we wanted them. Sure. make some copper bars. That looks good to me. Oh, we're making coats, aren't we? Okay, let's turn off coats so we can get some fabric in case we need it. I've got loose beavers, so we might as well start up a third woodcutting camp. Trapper's camp isn't doing anything. Let's go ahead and move it. There were 2 here. There's 3 here. You see how there's a little bit right underneath that. Okay, if I delete those... Okay, I think we've fixed our housing problem. Got a trader here. Hey, buddy. Bonus tool production, that could be useful. Lowering hostility could be useful. We're actually going to go with the... trade. We're going to go with the donation for half a point reputation. So now we're at 9. We need 3. That's great. We have so much food. Missing a brick. Do you have the ability to sell brick? You do. Let's buy some bricks. Maybe not that many bricks. There we go. start mining. The reason I moved this here, first off, I'm not taking the people out of wood cutting because I'm not too concerned. Like I probably should be. Okay. But that should be enough to get us through the storm. Sure. Actually, let's get free pigment. Yeah, literally every job in this territory is filled. And I've got a bunch of extra people. So I guess shouldn't have deleted that woodcutter's camp. All right. Wildfire. Okay. So we can solve it with Spark 2, and that'll give us... Yep, that gives us the ancient tablets. What else is in here? You've got ancient tablets. So why don't, instead of solving you for tablets, what if we solve you for amber and a point? Yeah. And you're going to use Spark 2 once the Spark 2 is done. Oh, wait, no. 300% increased fuel usage. That's a problem. Of course, if I don't solve it in 10 minutes, it destroys all fuel. But what I can do is I can at least wait until I've got the stuff required to fix it. Meantime, we have 14 tools. We need 19 tools to get this, which will let us turn in that quest. And yeah, that's on its way, so nothing special I have to do there. Alternately, we can do this with parts. Let's just do this with parts and get it done. Go. Yes, I did just build 2 more woodcutters. had people who didn't have jobs, and it seemed like it might be useful. Look, there's a better spot for a mine there. Of course there is. Of course. We can restore this bakery. Why not? We have 433 stored food, of which 258 of it is berries. It's just all berries. Let's make biscuits with berries. We're making wine with berries. Let's pickle some berries. Yeah, that way we can make ale with roots. You guys are making scrolls and flour. That's great. I could make wine and sell wine. That's a very good point. I totally could. But at this point, I don't care. And the reason I don't care is because we are going to get this. Actually, I'm making wine. I have a ton of wine. I could package wine into luxury goods if we really wanted to. But again, I don't care at this point because this is going to give us a reputation point. It gets us to 10. As soon as we have the tools, which we now do, this gets us the ancient tablets. Or I could use it for reputation point, but I'm going to use it for the tablets, which gets us this point. And then we just need 2 more people drinking ale, and that gets us our last one. Boom. Religion, education. Education. Okay. Bloodthirst, religion, leisure, bloodthirst. Not really anything I need. Let's reroll. I mean, I don't know why I'm bothering to reroll. Let's grab a small farm. Sure, why not? Hey, we got old Farloof. Hey, buddy. Okay. Sure. But how about I just buy a bunch of coal? Just to make sure I don't run out from this wildfire. Hey, we opened up another glade. Doesn't matter. Oh, that's it. That's the last of our berries. Guess we're gonna go pick up some herbs now. Last cornerstone, we'll get more brewing. We'll get some humans. none of which matters because we are just picking up these supplies. Now, delivering these supplies is going to take a while. So in the meantime... Nah, we're not going to burn anything. We'll just sit pretty at the, like this. You know what? Let's continue clear cutting. The question is, can we reach the coast before we get that last ancient tablet? Cut down these 4 trees and we've reached the coast. Okay, they're on the barrels. Alright, we cleared our way to the coast. Come on, just the final push here. Oh, there it is. There's our tablets. And boom. Okay. Go up another level. So the Tinkerer, the Forum, and the Alchemist Hut can show up in future games. We can now get a cornerstone that gives us a global resolve every time we sell goods for 35 amber. That's really nice, especially if you pair it with the benefit from the guild. Free provisions when you make herbs, and a chance to make the storm shorter, but kill a villager every clearance. Sure, okay. And we got a mine, a smelter, and a smithy. Nice. Collect 25 points. Now this is again across all games. This is not just this game. Can't get 25 points of reputation in one game. And win a game with at least 60 villagers. Well, we did that, which is why we got city. We got more points. Nobody died. Some people left. We didn't get the unity buff, but nobody died, and that's always a good sign. Game finished before year 12. We got 1 forbidden event, 1 dangerous event, a bunch of regular events, all of our orders. The Queen's got quite a bit of impatience left. Not quite cracking 1300, but we're doing pretty good here. Okay. Ooh. Treasure chest. 10 machinery. Nice. So, we're down about 400 points from the Vanguard of the Stolen Keys. As predicted, the First Dawn Company is not even in this race. They got nothing. But the Vanguard of the Stolen Keys is, and we need to pull ahead of them. So next time, we'll head out this way and see if we can get to this question mark before the cycle runs out. But for now, oh, no, not the daily expedition. We'll go to the Smoldering City. And let's claim our rewards. So, hey, corner fences. XP. A cornerstone that lets you get crystallized dew in the... for making spark dew. That's nice. Getting pretty close to this Rolling Wealth 4. Let's see what we can unlock. So it looks like we can only get the Brass Forge because we are running out of food again. Bonus production speed is nice, and shorter working time on Glade events. Wonderful. Alright, so that is going to do it for today's stream in which I play against the Impossible Storm. Of course, videos for all the streams do go up Monday through Thursday, posted at 6 p.m. Eastern, one video per city. So if you fall behind and you want to see old cities, you certainly can do it there. Thank you for all your time, and I hope you guys have yourselves a great day.